Donald Trump's strength was on show over the weekend when he narrowly escaped assassination during a rally in Pennsylvania. Seconds after his ear was shot, the former president made sure to stand up and raise his fist in a show of strength and defiance before being rushed off stage by Secret Service agents. This image is iconic and conveys Trump's undying strength and devotion to his country. In contrast, Joe Biden displayed his hallmark fragility and weakness through the unfolding situation. Sky News All Stars Kristin Tate, Bond and James Morrow take a look at the contrast in both leaders in light of the assassination attempt and how this will affect the election. Donald Trump's assassination attempt, whilst horrifying, has shown the world just how strong the presidential frontrunner is, and how weak the president, Joe Biden, is also. Donald Trump's iconic fist pump after he was shot at, cheeks smeared with blood and being bundled off the stage by Secret Service agents, is an image that will go down in history. Sky News All-Star Bond commends the former president with having the clarity of mind to turn the chaos into a show of strength.
Him getting up afterwards, Sam, and he did. I thought this was like masterful Trump stuff, right? Because the Secret Service clearly wanted to get him the hell out of there. And he was like, no, hang on a minute.
I've presence of mind to tell them.
I've got a crowd here in front of me that is hanging on what I'm about to do because they're rattled and I'm here to asking them to make me their leader. And I need to show them some leadership. Now, the first thing he said was, let me get my shoes. Now, you're a 79-year-old man who's just had your ear shot and you're down on the ground.
Half a dozen Secret Service agents
on top of you, right? Which for most people I think would cause broken ribs and God knows what else. I mean, I would be wetting myself, like inconsolable at what had happened. He's not like that. He gets up, he says, let me get my shoes. Then, when they're trying to usher him off, he's like, wait, stops, puts his fist up, you can see the fist up on the screen there, puts his fist up and goes, fight.
Sky News All-Star Kristin Tate agrees, saying the incident shows how much of a fighter Trump is.
So there's definitely heightened fear right now. Just in terms of politics, of course, this helps Donald Trump's campaign tremendously. It will rally support around him. And it showed how strong Donald Trump is. That guy is such a fighter. To get shot like that and then immediately put your fist up in a show of strength and tell your supporters, fight. We saw a lion in that moment, and I think it made people so proud of Donald Trump. So I don't know what to expect in the next few months.
In another show of strength, Donald Trump didn't let his near-death experience keep him down. The former president spent a very short amount of time in the hospital, and then he was seen very confidently walking down the steps of his plane later in the evening. Compare this to Joe Biden's inability to walk upstairs without even being shot. And in true Trump style, there was no rest for the wicked. He was up playing golf the very next morning. Compare that to Joe Biden's very strict sleep schedule where he can't be disturbed after 8 p.m.
We know the president says that his health is fine, but it's just his brain. And that he's sharpest before...
He was joking, by the way. I just want to make sure that that's out there. And he was making a lighthearted joke as he was speaking off. He's speaking off the cuff, and he was making a joke. You know the president; he likes to joke a lot. He's the same guy who says, "I know I look 40," right? So he likes to make jokes. It is a joke. I think people laugh when he says it.
Well, he also said he's sharpest before 8 p.m. So.
Sky News All-Star James Morrow compared Trump's display of strength to Joe Biden's weak response after the attempted assassination.
Whether or not he centers himself, well, yeah, he centers himself, but Joe Biden that we just saw there, you know, the contrast between him 24 plus hours after this assassination attempt, sounding hoarse, sounding a little slurry, not articulating the words fantastically, versus what we saw of Donald Trump, moments after being winged in the ear by an assassin's bullet, getting up, standing up, defiant, yelling, fight. The contrast between these two candidates cannot be any clearer.
Mr. Morrow also said Joe Biden's speech was very political and tried to walk back his recent divisive commentary.
By the way, they have been comparing Republicans to Hitler literally since 1948 and Thomas E. Dewey. This is just the standard playbook for the Democrats. Everybody should be really aware of this. But no. The attempt to denormalize Donald Trump started from the very beginning.
Sky News All-Star Kristin Tate also blasted Joe Biden for his disgusting statement immediately after the attempted assassination.
The Democrats and all the way to the White House, President Joe Biden himself, they've been demonizing Trump day after day after day, and this has consequences. And I just saw the statement there, the live statement that you went to in the US with Joe Biden offering his comments. And I think what's critical here is what Joe Biden did not say. I thought that was a disgusting statement from the president at such a time of chaos and concern for American democracy. He said nothing to call off the dogs, if you like, off Donald Trump. Nothing to say that we've got to stop being this divisive and not demonize this man. He gave it very, very short shrift, in my view. He should have been absolutely telling people that this is a fair political contest between two political parties who are legitimate and are legitimate contenders. He should have denounced the way that Donald Trump has been demonized by so much of the media and so much of the political debate. But he can't do that because he's been the leading denouncer, if you like. So, look, this is really, really problematic, of course, for the American political system, for the Democrats. And
Kristin Tate agrees, blaming Joe Biden for his harmful and divisive rhetoric in the lead up to the assassination attempt.
Or straight out say that Trump is a racist as though it's a given fact. I mean, just on Monday, Biden was telling his donors it was time to put Trump in the bullseye. And this kind of rhetoric, it's divisive, it's deranged, and it leads to deranged or even violent behavior. And let's not forget, this left-wing violence has been on the rise since the day Trump was inaugurated in 2016. On Inauguration Day, police indicted more than 200 rioters. The riots injured 6 cops and caused millions of dollars in damage. In 2020, leftists burned down this country with impunity. They have been escalating the violence bit by bit, and here we are today. There is a permissive culture of violence that has exploded on in today's left wing, and it is a miracle that Donald Trump is alive today. God bless him. He came within an inch of death. So pray for America today. Pray for Americans.
Kristin here. First thing I've got to say is thanks for your text this morning. I wasn't watching TV or listening to the radio. You let me know what had happened. I switched on to Sky and we were all over it here. It is shocking news.
And Joe Biden's weak response to Donald Trump's attempted assassination is doing no favors for his re-election prospects.
Cognizant of that, but the hard reality for him is this is not a helpful political development, and he's running out of time to turn his campaign around.